Hi guys, Everyday Knife Guy here, and yes, another day, another Thrunite review, but this time we're going up a size. This is a AA unit. Previously we've been looking at all the AAA flashlights they produce. This is the first AA Thrunite I've shown on the channel. Of course this was sent to me for review. Let's just get that out of the way first of all. Comes in the usual Thrunite tin, as you can see. Little thank you for purchasing Thrunite card, get rid of that. The manual we'll come back to just shortly. What else is there in the tin? Well, silica gel, as usual. We have a diffuser with this light, which I'll come to in a little bit. Spare O-ring in there, and of course the light itself. This is the T10. I'll show you the outer packaging, which tells you this is the T10 XPL. So I think it's an upgraded version of an old light they used to produce, and this is a cool white version. Get rid of the tin there. And you can see it's a fairly simple looking little AA aluminum bodied light. You do get titanium versions. A detachable pocket clip which actually comes not fitted to the light when it comes in the tin. I've put it on in a tip down, or sorry, lens down I guess version here. It is reversible, so you could have it their way to mount in a hat or whatever, and that seems to be pretty common in Thrunites, which is a nice feature, being able to reverse that. You can see the clip on this is actually deep carry. It's almost completely to the tail of the light. This is a tail standing light with a tail clicker. You can see there's little cutaways in the rear bezel there. You can sit it down. Perfectly flat tail standing, which is nice. A little bit of knurling here for grip on the body, but otherwise quite a simple little light. I've got a silver front with a sort of flat black, gloss black rear portion. Thrunite on this side, T10 on that side, so pretty simple. Little Cree LED bulb in there. So yeah, nice looking little light. Kind of 4-finger grip in size. I'm going to take out the battery just so you can see it in comparison to the AA cell itself. Now, as with I think all Thrunites, this doesn't actually come with a battery in it, so you have to add that. Now, these are between $20 and $25 usually on Amazon, a bit more for the titanium ones, of course. So if I hold it up there with the battery, you can see it's probably about 1 3/4 the battery in length. The battery fits pretty much perfectly in the size of the lens or the size of the clicker switch. So that's the sort of thickness you're looking at. Pocket clip is about, it's just slightly larger than the AA. So there's 3 modes in this light, Firefly, Medium and High. No hidden strobe on this one as I'm used to with the AAAs. There's 3 ways to change modes, so we'll see if we can go through those first of all. So you can do tail clicker to turn it on. This is into our first mode, and then you can slacken and tighten the head to change. So that's our Firefly, Medium, High. Firefly, Medium, High. Of course, you just keep cycling through. You can double click the tail. Now this is a little bit fiddly. Let's see if we can do this. So that should be, Firefly, Medium, High. Firefly, Medium, High. So you can do it that way. Or once the light is on, so we're currently in Firefly, you can just press in the tail switch but not fully depress it so it clicks. So you can see there, going from Firefly, Medium, High, and that's just with a slight little push on the tail switch. So that's probably my preference, that or the twisting the head to change between modes. So let's just check out the specs on it. We'll look at the manual here. So you can find the English part. It's right here. So I can hold that up, you can pause that if you like, but you can see there, high mode 252 lumens for 1.5 hours. Low 13 lumens for 40 hours, or Firefly 0.2 lumens for 240 hours. So I'm not too familiar with what is considered good in the world of AA flashlights in these days, but to me that seems pretty decent. 252 lumens is pretty good output, particularly for 1.5 hours on one AA battery. 65 meters of throw they reckon, 1 meter impact resistance, 2 meters. That usual IPX8 rating, which is a little bit kind of vague, but that's the rating they seem to put on all their lights. And if you did see my submersion test of the TI3, you'll know that it stood up pretty well to being underwater for long periods. So they are fairly well built, fairly tough, and the seals seem to be pretty good on them. So I certainly haven't had any issues. But if you do have any issues, there is of course 2 years free replacement warranty. I can hold that up there and you can pause it if you like. But from what I've heard, Thrunite's customer service is pretty good. As I say, I've never had any issues with any of their products that I've had, so I've never had to test that out. But from what I've heard, they are pretty good at taking care of customers. The last thing I want to look at probably is this diffuser that comes with it, which is a nice little touch. So that's just there's no screw in it or anything, it just slips on over the head of the torch, of course. Sorry, flashlight, I'm forgetting what part of the world I'm in. So if we turn it on, that'll be into low mode. That'll be high mode there. You can see pretty good little light beam. Nice to pretend it's a lightsaber. Or more appropriately, if you're camping or something, just stick that on your tent and that's going to give you plenty of light to see what you're doing and to move around. And with the tail standing ability, of course, if I can stand this right in the middle of the frame. Oops, my bench isn't even. Yeah, it's got pretty good throw in it. Let me turn off some lights here and we'll see. See if we can see what that looks like. You can see it emits a pretty good amount of light. There's my hands. And yeah, for one AA, and that's on high mode, so of course you got over an hour in there. Let's see if we can change modes. So that must be low, that'll be high. Let's see if we can just... So that must actually be Firefly there. It's actually putting out quite a lot of light, a lot more than I expected. Take that off. Yeah, you can see, if you look Firefly mode just in general, using it like this, looking around my workshop here, which is pretty dark, it doesn't really seem to be that effective. Actually, if you put the diffuser on, you do get quite a lot of light, plenty to light up my hands, which are, I don't know, about half a foot away or whatever. Let's move it into low mode. Yeah, really pretty good. And high mode is, yeah, really quite blinding once you're in the darkness. So, yeah, pretty neat little feature that, and nice that they included a diffuser. So, definitely top marks for that. Put some lights back on. Okay, so I think that's about all there is to say at the moment, guys. The build seems really nice, usual kind of solid quality, feels decent sort of weight in the hand, not too heavy, but definitely solid. And yeah, just a neat little light. I'll be testing this out and probably put it in my EDC for a while, see how I get on carrying a AA, because usually I have a AAA or smaller, but I do like the deep carry clip on this, so we'll give it a go, see what it's like to carry. And yeah, that's it. T10, guys. Hope you enjoyed this review. I'll have more for you soon. Cheers.